Allow me to make a few concluding remarks. First of all, be an active reader. Reading the book once and expecting to passively absorb its contents is not going to be a very successful strategy. Instead, what you want to do is think of yourself as being in dialogue with the book. One thing I would suggest is if you own the book, go ahead and use a pencil to underline key passages or make little notes in the margins. Another strategy is to read a section of the book or read a chapter and then make a few notes on what you think the chapter was arguing, its most interesting bit of evidence was, or the most interesting points you thought Miller made, or even points that you kind of disagreed with. This will help you retain the information more, and it'll make you more engaged with the material. Another thing to remember is that the introduction to Miller is your roadmap to the rest of the book. He gives you the outline of his argument, he explains the structure of the rest of the book, so it gives you a preview or the highlights of what you want to read for in terms of the other sections. So just keep that in mind as you're going through. Be sure to, if it's tough going, be sure to spend a little bit of time reading through the introduction. Even if you don't get it the first time, read it through a second time so that you kind of have a firm grasp of the structure and what's going to happen in the book. Finally, try to think of ways to make connections between the Miller book and the other class materials, especially the documents. Some of the class assignments, like the workshop presentations and the 100 terms exercises, are there to help you pull out specific ideas from Miller and connect them either to the visual sources we're reading, as in the case of the MIT Visualizing Cultures website, or the primary source documents that you're reading in DeBerry. So remember, the Miller book is supposed to help you make connections and think about the relationship between other sources and other materials in the class.